We come up with our perfect day at Universal Orlando Resort on episode 314 of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hello everyone, hope you're all well. We've got a slightly different one for you. What Lee's gesticulating?
Because you say that every time
It
you
is slightly
introduce a show.
It's not news. We're doing
It's a
something
slightly
different.
different show.
It is.
They're all slightly different, otherwise I'd just put the same show out every week.
So in that case,
true.
am I
Exactly.
wrong?
I might just
haven't
put the
heard
same
a false statement yet.
I wonder how many people would get in touch with us if I just put the same show out week after week. Just do a new
Test our
intro at the
listeners.
beginning. We put out last week's show on episode 315 of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
This could be the one where, I kill Lee live on air,
I hope not.
I'm always
Anyway.
waiting for it.
Yeah.
What?
It's coming!
I wasn't really listening then. I kind of was.
Your listener requests have been heard. Tracy, take it away.
Look for the
Welcome
poll on
to
how to
the
do it.
Verge.
Poor Lee. So yes, hello Lee.
Hello.
Hello Darren.
Hi, what's up, Internet?
Hi Chris.
Hey.
So, yeah. See, I told you it was different.
It might be very different the way things are going.
See, it's like the kids, he never learns about back chat. I don't know. So yes, this different show. So we responded to an email, a recent email, from Donna Pierce. And she said, hi, I don't know if you listen to other podcasts or not. Why would we? This one's so good. But I was listening to the Diz Unplugged Universal Edition, and they did an episode I would love to hear you guys cover. They called it their ideal day. And what they did is they detailed their perfect day. Money's no object. It can be any time of the year. So if you want to do a specialty dining that occurs seasonally, you can. First, you pick a hotel to stay at. Again, money, not a consideration. Then where do you go for breakfast? Anywhere. Hotel, city walk, theme park, or specialty. Next, 2 attractions. You can hop all over the place. The idea is your favourite 2 attractions. Then you have lunch. Where are you going to eat? Hotel, city walk, theme park, specialty. And then in the afternoon, you have 3 attractions. Again, you can hop all over. And lastly, dinner. I would love to hear you guys do an episode like that. Donna Pierce. So, of course, you contacted them, didn't you? And just
Oh, yes.
got the okay.
Craig was actually quite excited that he even mentioned it on their show, that he was looking forward to hearing what we come up with.
So I hope you like it, Craig. And now we've actually added some extras because we're fat and we're greedy. So to be your ideal day, it would need to include a snack or a drink. So we've added a snack or a drink before lunch and after lunch. And then finally, how are you going to end your day after dinner?
Well, that was it. To your perfect day, the park shut at like 6 or 7. You've still got quite a few hours left after that.
Yeah.
And I thought we had to do a snack and a drink. Let me correct that.
Right, so I've been thinking about how we're going to do this. I think the fairest way is we'll just start with the hotel and we'll all talk.
We're going to do it that way, are we?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll do it like that because otherwise it's one person talking and then other people... What if somebody goes,
Fair point.
oh, they've just described my entire perfect day, and then we'll just quickly run through at the end so you run down your list without all your details.
That makes sense.
Does that make
Like
sense?
that. Yep.
Right. So we're going to start with the hotel. Any volunteers for first? Darren.
No. Me this time. Okay. Well, I decided that I'm going to branch out and go to the one that I've never stayed at before.
Oh.
So I'm going to the Hard Rock.
Yay.
Yes, I really actually always wanted to stay at the club level suites at Hard Rock, so that's the one that I picked.
Oh, I never considered that.
Nice.
Because they have like little benefits like snack hours and stuff like that
hello.
that you can always go back up to and enjoy. And I just always thought it'd be pretty cool to stay there. So
You had me at snack.
yeah,
Yeah, they do like a...
like beer,
seen-
wine,
yeah, it's like a little-
snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like a special room that you can go into and I just stay in there all day.
yeah.
Sounds good to me.
And you can only get up there. You have a special key that you can only
Somebody once said
access.
that to me before.
You can only access that level with a key. So if you get in with a load of plebs, you can just like look where I'm going.
Yeah,
See
and then
ya.
when they've also got that special key, because they've paid too,
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
won't.
that'll backfire on you. Lee, where would you stay?
I think the obvious choice for everyone really was the Portofino Bay Hotel. You know, where do you want to stay on property with money? Money's no object. And I did think about the Portofino, and I do really want to stay there. But I said the Royal Pacific.
Okay.
I think going back to when we stayed there, the ambience of getting up on a morning it's so peaceful. It's so relaxed. I think it just gets you in the mood for a day at Universal Orlando. And for me, one of the best things at staying at that resort is that walk from the hotel to City Walk.
That's a lovely walk.
The one from the Hard Rock's really cool. You go through the Butterfly Garden, but I love the one from the Royal Pacific. It's so peaceful. You walk down by the canal and stuff, and then you as you get closer, you can hear like the Hulk and stuff, and it's just, I think it just sets everything up for your day in the resort. So
also,
I would
security is
go-
much nicer going through there than the hub.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
unless you're going back and you've got a drink and they won't let you take it, eh, Darren?
Right? Slam it.
Chug.
do they actually stand there and go chug, chug, chug?
Yes.
Hope
yes,
so.
they
Yeah,
do.
don't remember
that's
him
good.
telling
I
us.
do,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah.
That's brilliant, that though.
Like Jade, even when you got a cup of tea, chug,
Oh, God,
chug,
yeah.
chug. 14-year-old? It's like, seriously. Anyway, Chris.
Yeah, so I would have picked the Portofino just because I've never stayed there. It looks pretty awesome. And when I was looking around online, they have a room that's 2,700 square feet. So a place twice the size of my place. Yeah, I'd stay there for the weekend.
The thing is, it's $2,700 as well.
Money's no object.
Yep. And then
Cool.
I'd also book the Minions room because I want to sleep in a rocket ship.
Agreed, yes.
Yeah.
They are cool.
But yeah, I mean, just really like upscale, nice, fancy looking hotel.
Yeah.
And I've walked around the property before and I've seen the interior, like regular rooms in there, and it looked really, really nice and relaxing. Kind of more of a chill, relaxed weekend or
Yeah.
day.
I think it's that resort, if you want to be further away from the parks, to have that separation, it's the one to stay at.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. Okay. Now I've got to make a decision because it's not open yet. But I really love the look of the Aventura.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking what days now.
It's
Yes.
open.
It's open now.
As the
Yes.
day this
So,
this
it's
podcast
open.
comes out, I do believe it's open.
Yes. Now I love the look of that. However, I'm not going to stay there because I'm all about a view. So I'm going to Cabana Bay, but I want a volcano view.
That's interesting.
You know, I'm not going to sleep. I'm just going to sit there all night and look at it.
Yeah, that
That-
view is
Oh,
stunning.
yeah.
You know, I
That
haven't.
really says something about the Valley Resort being the one you picked,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
the
is
thing
awesome.
is,
I'm a cheap date. What can I say?
That's the thing about doing this episode. It's not what is the most you can spend. It's what is your perfect day, and it doesn't necessarily have to be massively expensive.
No, for me, it was just when I got all of these pictures up and looked at all of the rooms and stuff like that, and I looked at Portofino Bay, and I kind of looked at that and I looked at this and I was like, yeah. So I want a volcano view to wake up to every morning.
Well, you knew
Good choice.
Darren wasn't going to pick the Royal Pacific because he didn't want the cupboard under the stairs.
Yeah.
Was it the Harry Potter suite? Did you actually ask Darren? You should have said, I didn't realise you were allowed to do Harry Potter themed rooms.
It was pretty much there. Yeah. No, I told you, no, it was the Shrek one. I think
By the swamp.
themed
The swamp.
view. Yes.
Yeah, but did you get waffles for breakfast?
No.
Ah,
No, I
Smell
got
like
nothing
onions.
for breakfast there. Yeah.
Layers of onions.
said it smelled of onions. Isn't
Yeah.
about layers.
So interesting, we've all picked a different hotel.
Yes.
So what I suggest is we do this on the same weekend and then we all go and visit each other.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea.
What, you mean a night by myself somewhere else?
No.
Oh,
You only get to visit, you don't get to stay.
I'm staying. They're not getting me out. Right, we are moving on to breakfast then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go first with this one.
All right.
You can keep your character breakfasts. You can keep your fancy schmancy breakfasts. I'm going to Voodoo Donut. I'm having a Portland cream and a voodoo doll because I've got two hands and yes, I can manage two donuts.
Well, we'll see at some point, I'm
Oh,
sure.
trust me, I can eat 2. Probably more.
You ain't 2 dozen.
Yeah. So you're looking at what's that? $6.65 for breakfast. It's not very expensive, but make me happy.
You even went and priced things up.
I did indeed. And if I'm not quite full, I haven't left the place. There's nothing stop me going back and getting a creamsicle, whatever they call it. The orange.
Apparently, the thing to do with it now is there's lime
Oh,
fudge
lime fudge.
somewhere. That seems to be the thing to do at the moment. The creamsicle, the orange sickle, sorry.
Yeah, the orange sickle. The only thing about the lime fudge is that it looks very similar to a soap I've seen.
It doesn't mean it tastes like that.
I know. But yes, I'm going to Voodoo Donut. It's my perfect day after all. Chris?
So my initial response to this was going to be, since there was no money object, or money is no object, right? So I was going to go do the character dining over at the Royal Pacific.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just was kind of iffy about it and just wanted to go back to one of the breakfasts that we have had before and loved. And it's very simple, very plain, but over at Cabana Bay, inside the Bayliner Diner.
Okay.
They have little stations that have different stuff, and we just grabbed a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant sandwich, and we get that, and we'll take it to go on the bus on the way in and eat it. And it's just, we enjoy it. We're getting a quick breakfast to go, and we're in the parks pretty quickly. And it's actually really tasty.
Money's no object, guys.
I know.
Okay, I'll change mine. I'll have the coffin then.
Right. I want to see where Darren's going then.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I go? All right. Well, since I'm going to be staying at the Hard Rock, I like to have my breakfast partially clothed, just enough to go down somewhere and eat without having to, get all the way dressed and go somewhere else. So,
Are we talking you or the food partially clothed?
well, I am going to the kitchen to enjoy their breakfast buffet.
We nearly did that last
yes.
time. Last time we were over, it does look really good.
Exactly. For adults, it's $23.
Yeah.
And you've got an omelet station, you've got a griddle station, where they will make fresh waffles and French toast for you. The omelet station, build your own, or they have their own original creations that you can try. The buffet options: bagels, muffins, pastries, bread, breakfast pizza, which they're kind of famous for there. They make some really good ones. Fresh cut fruits, house-made whipped cream, cottage cheese, yogurt, oatmeal, grits, various toppings, biscuits and gravy. Come on. Scrambled eggs, specialty eggs. What is that?
What's a specialty egg? Like a chocolate egg?
Like elephant egg. Like, you don't even want to know how we got this.
I know what an elephant egg
I was
is.
going to say, Darren, I've been to the zoo. I think that you need to have a word with your mother.
If you crack one of them open, they stink a bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's specialty. It's like a delicacy,
Yeah.
Breakfast potatoes, French toast, waffles and pancakes. Like I said, all that stuff's awesome. Corned beef hash. Come on. They got everything that you could ask for, plus a Bloody Mary bar.
Yes.
And unlimited mimosas.
I think that's extra though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but money's no object,
Yeah, exactly.
so toss it on. Why not?
Yeah, it's funny, when we came over in 2015, if we'd have had more time, we were toying with the idea of doing that breakfast when we were over. I think I might be now.
Yeah, I looked at everything there, and that just looked like the best value. $23. That's not bad for the kind of things that you can get in there.
Not at all.
Thing there, so.
And my sandwich doesn't taste that good anymore.
Exactly. So come on over.
When you compare it to any Disney meal for adults, you're talking less than 100 with your tax on, maybe about $100. That's not bad.
Yep.
And if you've got an annual pass discount.
Oh yeah.
True.
That's
the only way you can do something comparable to that is like Whispering Canyon, where you got like where they bring food to you unlimited for a certain amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like
Awesome.
Darren's gone down there. If money's no object, I'm making sure I'm spending as much as I can.
It's just got
That's right.
what's the most expensive thing everywhere.
Yeah, but no,
Room
you're right.
service that, just want it up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yes, I will send you down to bring it to my room unlimited times.
Yeah.
So you better be fit.
So Lee, what's your breakfast of choice?
Well, I feel that a lot of your fans are going to be disappointed that you didn't choose what I have.
Oh, okay. But I like
Although
donuts.
a lot of people will go, yeah, fair enough, I can understand why Tracy did that. But
'Cause
for
donuts.
me, the perfect day starting at the parks would be sat outside the Croissant Moon Bakery with a hot tea and some nice pastries, taking in the ambience of Port of Entry, listening to the music and watching people coming into the park. I cannot think of a better way to start my day at the parks.
Again, at the kitchen breakfast buffet.
It's something I've wanted to do. We've talked about it for ages.
I
It's
know.
just spending time in Port of Entry, not feeling like you're having to do a million things, just to sit and breathe it all in.
Yeah.
Too many people don't do it anywhere in the parks. And one of the things that when we came over in 2013 for 3 weeks, the one thing that it allowed us to do, having that much time over there, was enjoy the parks for the park's sake. To be able to grab a butterbeer in Hogsmeade and go and sit out on the back patio and sit there for an hour and just talk and watch and not worry about missing doing this ride or that ride.
We did do it a bit too much, though, and didn't ride too
Well,
much
not in
stuff,
2013
actually.
we didn't. But yeah, I just think I would love to just sit in Port of Entry and just enjoy being in Port of Entry, especially the first thing in the morning.
Well, at least you picked a nice location. Chris picked a bus, so.
Love meeting new people.
I've just realised I could do 3 donuts. One in each hand and one in my mouth.
Yep. You got 2 feet too.
I don't do feet.
No, that's true.
I don't do feet. No. Yuck.
We're doing well at the moment. No one's come up with the
I
same.
know. I think this is where we're going to
I don't know,
start
you
to
know.
cross over.
Maybe.
So, what would your 2 morning rides be, Chris?
So I want to start my day off with a bang. Get the adrenaline rushing in there. So Rip Ride Rocket.
Okay.
And another ride that a lot of people don't like, but Dr. Doom's Fearfall.
Interesting.
Oh.
So he's only had a light breakfast, so it's fine. He can ride them 2 first thing in the morning.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't. It doesn't matter what I've eaten. I don't waste food. Interesting. Lee.
I know Donna said we can hop all over the place, but my need for order wouldn't allow me to do that. So I've gone for Islands in the morning
Okay.
and the studios in the afternoon.
Okay.
And this was a tough one
Right.
as far as the rides go, because the Hogwarts Express was actually threw a spanner in the works because it is an attraction and it's do you add it? Because it is a massive part of that resort now.
Yeah.
And
And which direction do you go?
according to their latest blog, both ways. But anyway,
Do you now?
I went for my favourite attraction in Islands of Adventure, Forbidden Journey. I would
Yeah.
have to ride Forbidden Journey.
Yeah.
And then I went for something I love and a lot of people don't. And I chose this because not only do I love it, but it's a long attraction as well. And that's Poseidon's Fury.
I knew you were going to say that.
It was
Interesting.
tough. I think a lot of people might judge me for not having Spider-Man in there.
Uh-huh.
I think if I'd have done Poseidon's Fury last time we came out, it might not have made this list, but we didn't get to do it last time. But as part of my perfect day, that I would have to do because it is that last vestige of Universal attractions that a team member led.
Okay. All right. Well, I did the opposite to you. I went to studios in the morning and Islands in the afternoon.
Okay.
Is that a British mentality maybe then?
I don't know.
Time management.
No, because I've been in the parks with you and time management is not a thing we do.
Oh.
Oh, it wasn't a dig at her. It was a
well.
dig at the pair of us. We don't go, let's do the Hulk, Doctor Doom, Spider-Man. No, we went, let's do Hulk and Dragon Challenge and then go over here and then go over there. And
But this is the person that when we go shopping, he finds the parking spot that's the furthest away from the entrance door.
Anyway, people
Gotta
don't
get
need to know that.
So I am going to start my riding journey with Men in Black Alien Attack. Because
Yay.
who doesn't love shooting aliens and trying to get the highest score in the whole car?
Okay.
I love that
So,
ride.
I will comment on that when I get onto mine
Will
later
you?
on.
Oh, okay. Yes, I love Men in Black. I have to.
Do you know?
See, I'm listening to you. You didn't hear my one earlier. You'll hear that when you edit.
I probably will do.
In fact, I don't think anybody was listening to me then. Yeah, I like Men in Black. It's one of my must-do rides every time I visit. And then I would just have a little wander along, and I'll go and ride Revenge of the Mummy.
Okay.
Because, again,
Good choice.
I love that. You know,
I feel
there's
that'll
so many
probably...
elements of that. I love Revenge
I
of the
think
Mummy.
that'll crop up on at least 2 other people's lists.
You know,
Yeah.
so yes,
Maybe.
that's what I'm doing. So, Darren, what are you riding?
Well, I am starting off with the Mummy.
There you go.
I thought that would be a nice kickoff. And
After
then
his massive breakfast.
Yes, right. And then I'm being teleported instantaneously, correctly to the Hulk
Oh,
to go ride the Hulk because I think that's a great sunrise ride.
that's a good point.
Good
And then
idea.
Darren's losing
wanna
his
get-
breakfast.
Yeah, and that's probably like one of the few outside rides I'll do because I don't like the water rides, and we'll get that done in the morning before it gets too hot. There we go.
Well, I think it's time for a snack. So, Lee, what would you choose?
Now, because Donna said this could take place any time of the year, and there's only one time of the year
yes.
now that this is available, I would have to have a hot butterbeer.
How did I not guess?
It was tough, but
It's
yeah,
just tough to swallow.
it's not. It's amazing. I love the stuff. I would have to have a hot butterbeer, and it's worrying me when we come out that it might not be available.
Just get a regular butterbeer and leave it out in the sun.
It's not the same.
Yeah, there you go.
Add some milk.
Yes, here.
Yeah.
Stick that in the microwave for me, love.
They don't have microwaves in the Wizarding World, do you?
Twirl your wand at it.
I don't think that'll warm it up.
Incendio.
Yeah. Get to put some fire whiskey in it. That'll warm it up.
It will, but I
Oh,
don't
there you go.
make it hot.
Well, you
with
are
it.
drinking again now.
Not whiskey.
Yeah, you need to try it.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Exactly. Darren, what is your snack of choice?
Well, my
Don't just.
I'll have to use the forces of the DeLorean here and hop in there and just transport myself to somewhere in late September, early October at nighttime. And it's great because the location is perfect because I'll hop out right where I'm at and get some pizza fries.
Oh, nice. Oh, I like that
Yes. A Halloween Horror Night staple. Now, Darren will be very disappointed if it's not available this year.
one.
Yeah, well, I've heard the creative guys talking about it, so I think we're pretty safe there.
Cool.
I think there might be some more options this year too.
Ooh.
I still find it sad how we've been to Horror Nights like
Pizza
4
chips.
nights and not had any food other than fast food boulevard and a pretzel.
Boulevard.
Yes, boulevard.
Chris, what are you getting?
So I am sticking with the theme of Universal. And, we have Jimmy Buffett's over there.
Uh-huh.
So it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh,
So
yes.
I'm getting myself a rum neuralizer as a snack before lunch.
I like
And I'm
your
getting this over
thinking.
at Finnegan's. So
Hmm.
I got to stay hydrated, right? The sun's out, morning's over, afternoon's starting to kick in.
True.
I'm going to need something to cool my body off. So why not? a
Forget
rum
that
neuralizer?
crappy sandwich on the bus.
Oh, God.
So many new friends I made on that bus. There.
Well, now it's time to clear the cache. Some new ones. Neuralizer helps with both.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Well, I am going for a drink.
What a surprise.
Bet you can't guess what I'm going
Well,
for.
it's obviously not a pea.
Well, it is a pea. I'm going for pumpkin
You
juice.
are going for it. Well, how?
Yes.
When you said I wouldn't guess.
No, I was being sarcastic. Pumpkin juice, which is actually cheaper than butterbeer, which I always thought it was more expensive than butterbeer.
And it wasn't. When it first came out,
unless
it was.
Unless it's 50% water now.
What's for?
$4.49 according to my research.
I remember paying a lot more than that. the
Yes,
last
so
time
do I.
bought
About
it.
$6.99.
Yeah, but
and probably
butterbeer's
more.
gone up like 3 times the
Yeah.
price since it first came out, hasn't it?
So, could be wrong. I was looking on touring plans.
Doesn't matter. Money's not
Plus, you know.
object.
Yeah.
So I'm going for pumpkin
Two.
juice.
I have
But now
three.
I'm starting to think, should it be altered slightly and made into a jack-o'-lantern?
You don't like whiskey though.
I don't mind it if it's in something.
Your belly.
In my belly. So actually, I think I might actually go and get a shot of fire whiskey, distract the barkeep, and chuck it in my pumpkin juice and have a jack-o'-lantern.
Okay.
The official UUOP drink.
Sounds
So,
good.
yes.
Except for the pumpkin juice part.
Yeah. So just whiskey.
Yeah. I'm okay with that one.
I'll try it.
So,
I'd try it.
I guess we've worked up an appetite now. So it's lunchtime. Darren, would you like to go first for lunch?
Sure. Fat Tuesdays. No.
No, money's no object. There's no way Darren's going to Fat Tuesdays for lunch.
No, I'm going to Fast Food Boulevard.
Yes.
Because regardless of money being no object, you know what? Because money's no object, I'm gonna have a crusty burger and I'm gonna have a chicken and waffle sandwich.
Get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the tots and the fries. That's
Are you having the clogger or the
yeah.
crusty?
Or both.
Yeah, that clogger burger is really good. I'm gonna go with the clogger.
Good choice.
Yeah. Oh, I finished off one of those nice diet cherry colas. Yeah. Large, please.
It was weird.
I'm going to jump in then because I'm also going to Fast Food Boulevard.
Ooh.
So I'm going to grab myself a Duff beer and then I'm going to have a chicken and waffle sandwich because it comes with tater tots. And yeah, always going to have the tater tots. But now when Darren said that, I'm thinking, because was it the rib?
That rib, which was really
was
good.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm thinking, I'll have those. And
It's
then,
all really good, to be
yeah.
honest.
And then I'm thinking, dessert. Because, I class it all as one area.
Well, what?
Oh, yeah.
Within the, and I'm just popping.
Can you get the Lad Donuts in Fast Food Boulevard?
I never said lad donut.
Yes, you can actually
can.
at the checkout.
But I am actually going for the brain freezing donut sundae.
Do you know what? I think you'll be disappointed.
I don't care. Money's no object, so it doesn't matter if I leave it.
Yeah, that's right.
And I would actually go for the vanilla soft serve because I don't like chocolate.
I think we had it with Reese's bits on it. Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, I don't know what toppings there are, so...
Reese's Pieces, M&M. I can't remember.
Ugh.
Oreo bits, I think.
No, definitely not that.
I can't
That's
remember.
gross.
It wasn't that impressive.
But even so, that's my lunch.
Sounds
So,
yummy.
Chris, what would you have?
I would head outside the parks over to City Walk, and I would grab me some toothsomes.
Ah.
Oh, there
Yes.
we go.
Yeah, the food over there. I mean, every time we've gone, and we've been there a handful of times at this point, it's always been really good. We kind of keep on getting the same things, but it's because it's that good. So I'd start off with some tachos.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't love tater tots with a bunch of stuff on them?
Sounds good to me.
Depends what the stuff is.
Bacon and cheese and I don't know, other things.
It sounds all right to me.
Yeah. And then I would grab me a fettuccine carbonara with chicken.
Ooh.
Yes, it's mighty delicious.
I'm looking forward to going there.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Very.
Indeed.
Yeah. And there's more than enough desserts there for me to pick from. So I don't know. I'll just pick one of everything in the chocolate case because I can.
Yeah, why not?
That's true.
And every milkshake.
Yeah. I just want to try one sip from every milkshake.
Yeah.
And the chocolate old fashioned there.
So what about you then, Liz?
See, I've gone for the really boring choice. Like, what I was going to say is, I think it
Sandwich
shows...
on a bus?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think it shows you how good Fast Food Boulevard is that two of you have picked it for your perfect day. And it's not... And it's because of the food, not just because
it's the ambience as well. It's there's so much to
you've
look
picked
at and
it
everything.
because of the food. And I think that speaks volumes for what is effectively... Well, it's not. It's even in the title. It is a fast food place that the food is that good that you and Darren would put that there as your ideal lunch on your perfect day at Universal.
Mm-hmm.
When you consider the restaurant and the place that no one ever went into.
I can't even think what that was.
It was the International Food and
yes,
Film
yes.
Festival.
I don't think we even looked at the doors.
I couldn't even tell you what it looked like from the outside. But anyway, I went with Mythos
Mm-hmm.
because when I think ideal day, and I think lunch, and I think perfect restaurant, I think monogrammed butter.
Yeah.
That rosemary bread for starter was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
This was the one before we started recording when I hinted at I was going to go down the route of these are the 3 courses I would have, and then went, I'd probably end up having a burger. Because I'll be honest, it's a bit fancy-smancy,
Says you.
the other stuff. And I'd rather go with something I know is going to be good. And I know the signature burger at
Yes, it
Mythos is
is,
really good. And then the desserts are pretty decent. But I'd want a very specific spot in Mythos. It would have to be the exact opposite of where we were sat last time we went. By the windows, with that view out across Islands of Adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Would be amazing. And I couldn't think of anywhere better to have lunch at that point.
Yeah. See, you've made me realise I discounted Mythos because I was struggling for my dinner location. And I discounted it because it closes at 5 o'clock, which seems ridiculous.
But it opens late as well. I think because it's the signature one, it's not open
But for some reason, my brain never said, we'll go there for lunch and go here for dinner. So, yeah, that was interesting.
I love Mythos. I just think it's good food. It's relatively cheap, even though money's no object. For their signature restaurant, it's not expensive at all.
I find their refill drinks pretty
Oh,
expensive.
shut up. We're bored now.
Inside of a theme park, it's pretty affordable. I think.
Yeah,
It is.
It is.
It is.
The food's excellent.
Darren's the prime example. I think you were quite, not nervous, Darren, but I think you were worried it was going to be quite expensive when we went last time. And I think you were surprisingly shocked at how cheap it was.
Yeah, it was. It was really affordable.
It helps when you have a massive discount on annual pass, but even so, it still wasn't expensive.
It must be memorable because I can still remember things that we ate the first time we went, and that's 14 years ago.
The first time we went was
the
stunning.
beef tostados.
Yeah.
They've stuck with me for 14 years, and I can't remember the name of my kids. It's just...
But it's just got everything you want from a good theme park restaurant. The food's good. The theming inside is amazing. And if you can get that window, the view is stunning.
Apart from the bathroom, the restroom doors are next to the kitchen doors. And that's awkward because you don't want to drop your drawers in the kitchen.
Again, this is my issue with Islands of Adventure and Universal. It's not open late. You can imagine sat at those windows on a night because you'd get to see what you'd probably see Marvel Superhero Island, a bit of Port of Entry and Zeus Landing.
And a bit of Toon Lagoon.
At night, that would be stunning.
Yeah, I know. It shuts, upwards of 2 hours before park close.
I just don't get them.
So we all got full bellies now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I think before we actually go and ride, because we don't want to puke after all that food, I think we should have a little ad break.
Hey guys, Michelle and Robin here from Mouse and Muggle Travel Company. Sorry to interrupt this awesome episode of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
We promise not to bore you this time.
So, blah, 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 we sell vacation packages.
And blah, 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 we're experts on Universal and Disney destinations.
And blah, 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 our services are free to you.
But what you might not know, we're just a couple of super cool ladies who like to have fun and know all of the tips and tricks to make your vacation all you had dreamed it would be.
You can learn more about us at mouseandmuggle.com and fill out a quick quote request form while you're there.
Just be sure to let us know you heard about us from the UUOP. And remember, whether you're a mouse
or a muggle, Mouse and Muggle Travel Company can help make your next vacation simply magical.
Okay, so we're ready for our 3 rides. Okay, Chris, do you want to go first with your 3 rides?
Sure. So I would continue my thrilling rides. Start to kind of ease downward. And I would start off with the Mummy.
Good choice.
And then I would go over and see, after all these thrilling rides and all this food and drinks, is my aiming still good? So I go on Men in Black.
Excellent choice.
Perfect choice.
And then my perfect wind down, which is usually whenever we go to the parks, it is usually the last ride we ride. It would be E.T.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
A little nostalgia, just nostalgia going in there and, kind of hits you right in the feels. And then you leave the park.
According to Tracy's face, it doesn't hit you in the feels, but...
Nope.
Sorry, Trace.
Nope. Booberella. Nope.
I love E.T.
I need
Not the
I need
character,
counselling
like,
for that.
Whatever.
Botanicus will help you out.
Yeah.
Three good
That's
choices.
3 good choices. Darren.
Well, I just picked Transformers.
Oh,
Good choice.
That's the first one after lunch. Then I thought I would jump over and do Kong.
Ah.
Nah.
That one was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I like the queue. I want to go the slow way through the queue there, even if we have
Yes.
VIP.
Uh-huh.
Just want to enjoy that queue and settle down. And then, of course, end my day with Men in Black for sure. Have to do it.
Absolutely.
That sounds excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Funny how no one's picked
No,
any
Darren's gone.
shows.
Oh yeah, Sinbad. Sorry.
There are 2 people gone. Go on then.
Me?
Tell us about your 3 shows.
I didn't say it. I have. Poseidon's Fury is effectively a show.
You kind of argued that point with your daughter yesterday.
Yeah, well, I suited to fit me.
Yeah. Surprise,
I will go
surprise.
along with Chris Rip Ride Rocket. Not straight after dinner, though.
Right.
Transformers.
Uh-huh.
This is why I left Spider-Man off Islands of Adventure. Because I prefer Transformers over Spider-Man. For all I think...
Oh, what was that? Say
Right.
that a little louder.
Right, I've said this before. I will say I don't care. Spider-Man is a better ride. I enjoy Transformers more.
This is grounds for divorce.
I find it more thrilling than Spider-Man has lulls, Transformers doesn't really.
You would be right.
Fair dues.
And then this is why I would poo-poo on your idea to
Oh,
ride
you're
Men
gonna
in Black
poo-poo on me.
first thing in the morning.
Right.
Because we've ridden Men in Black first thing on a morning. And the problem is, no bugger else rides it first thing on a morning. So you end up going against either not another car or a car with nobody on it. And you need to get the true Men in Black experience. They need to be loading fairly full cars
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah. Now, money's no object, so I'm going to pay people off to go in the other car.
I don't
There you go,
think
problem
that's
solved.
what Donna meant.
I don't care. This is my perfect day.
That's right.
So
You
yeah, I'd
don't
finish up
poo-poo
with
on me,
I'd
you.
finish up with Men in Black. Would have to be the last ride.
Okay.
Also a good choice.
Me versus you. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to be in Ireland. I am going to ride Forbidden Journey
Good choice.
because, you know,
Because
it's
it's a
good. And
perfect
it's also
universal
got a
attraction.
really nice long queue with lots of things to look at. And I would take my time. People can go past me if they want. I don't care. I want to look at everything.
I'm going to point out, so we've been watching all the Harry Potter films from start to finish. We've still got one left to watch. There's something that occurred to me whilst watching those films that doesn't make sense in the attraction. So when you go into the Defense Against the Dark Arts room, Harry, Ron and Hermione come out of the door at the top of the stairs under the invisibility cloak. That is the office. Beyond that room is nothing else. Why are they upstairs in the office of the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher under the cloak and then coming out to greet you?
Investigating.
There's nothing to investigate in there.
Oh, there's nothing to investigate in the Defense Against the Dark Art teacher's office. No, nothing bad ever happens there.
No. Nothing.
But anyway, it
was
just
gonna say-
kind of made me... it doesn't really make sense why they're up there.
You finished with your tangent.
Yeah.
Back to me. Important thing.
Go on then.
Yeah. And then I'm going to join Darren at Skull Island Reign of Kong.
You haven't ridden it, so how do you know it's your perfect day?
That's why I haven't ridden it and I want to ride it and I want to be able to take my time and count how many skulls are in there because I've been told there's that many and I need to know there is
You
that
can't
many.
remember how many though, can
Something
you?
like 163.
I think it was 800 and something.
Well, whatever. I'll be happy when I found 163 then. Won't take me as long. So, yes, but I want, before the ride goes off, I want to sit in every seat so I can pick the optimum seat.
You've already been
For
told where it
myself.
is.
And then I'm actually leaving the park and I'm not even going back to studios. I'm going over to Volcano Bay and I'm going to jump in the lazy river. Is it Capico Way Winding River? And I'm just
Good
going to
choice.
stay in there and chill out and just keep going round and round and round until I'm wrinkly and prune-like.
I'm actually...
And then I'm going to get out because it should be, maybe if I time it right, a bit of dusk,
I'm genuinely
So-
surprised that Chris hasn't had anything from Volcano Bay on his list.
I am not going to lie. It kind of slipped my mind. I was just focused on the rides over at the studios and islands. Good choice, Tracy.
Because I've got to say, that's probably the one thing at Volcano Bay I'm looking forward to most.
Yeah. I do like a
'cause I'm
good
not-
lazy river.
Like Darren, I'm not really one for water parks. But that just sounds like a nice chill out. As long as it's not like when we saw Tim Tracker the other day. Oh my goodness.
Literally
Has anybody
shoulder
seen,
to shoulder.
Did anybody see
that was
the gif of
claustrophobic.
the Chinese water park in the summer? And it's people on people on people in inflatables, and this was what it was like. There was just people bouncing off his head and everything, and I was just like, couldn't do it. I'd panic.
That's why you don't go in summer. That's why us as Brits, we go in November and October.
So so that's what I'm doing.
Mm.
So, time for pre-dinner snack. Darren, what's your pre-dinner snack?
My pre-dinner snack is Fat Tuesdays.
Yeah,
I knew he was going there.
Wrong not to.
Yeah, so I'm next to the park and go get my 180 octane with 2 extra shots of Everclear.
Ooh.
I think that'll be a good pre-dinner.
Sounds like rocket fuel.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Paint thinner, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it tastes like nothing. Oranges.
Don't you've let me
Fresh
down.
Florida oranges. What?
It wasn't that long ago that you were the frozen butterbeer guy.
Yeah, that's true, but,
Yeah, but-
when you're only given one option, you gotta,
Exactly.
I mean, you
Fat
have one
Tuesdays.
choice. You have
Fair
to
enough.
make
Priorities.
sacrifices.
Yeah. So, Lee.
You know it was going to be in the Wizarding World. I would have to have a butterbeer ice cream, and one of those, the one that you got, the massive big
Big Sunday.
souvenir cup thing.
Yeah.
Yes, a butterbeer ice cream, please.
Sounds good. Chris.
Well, lucky for me, the DeLorean is a 2-seater. So I hitched a ride with Darren and went to go pick up some pizza fries and a Coke
Nice.
Icy.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
it's
just
one
picked
or the
this for,
other.
That's a drink and a snack.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
pizza fries.
Yeah. It's the
And I
right
just picked it
choice,
as,
I
like,
think.
the evening snack just to kind of go along with horror nights and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, I came out the parks. Well, I came out of the winding river, actually, and just air dried off as I'm walking along to Toothsome. And I picked myself up a marshmallow crisp milkshake.
I never really pinned you as a milkshake girl.
Well, this one's vanilla ice cream. I like milkshakes. I just don't like chocolate everything. Vanilla ice cream, Rice Krispies, marshmallow fluff, which I kind of eat by the spoonful out the jar. Fresh ripped cream. Fresh ripped cream.
I don't want to know what that is.
Yeah, it's really tough stuff. Fresh whipped cream and a Rice Krispie treat. So I would have one of those just before my dinner.
Fair enough.
So, although I did
It
suddenly
depends where
think,
you're having your dinner.
well, then I did suddenly think, hang on though. But the Hurricane at Pat O'Brien's is pretty good. But no, I'm going to go with the milkshake because I haven't had one. And I want to go and experience. So for it to be my perfect day, I'm trying to stay away too much from places that I've been and I love.
But then
I want to
that's the
experience-
idea. It's your
I know,
perfect
but-
day.
But I want to experience new things as well because we can get stuck in ruts. Yes, I've gone to fast food boulevard, but I know I'm going to be happy there. So before I poo-poo anything else, you might as well gas bag on and tell me about your dinner choice.
Has everyone done their snacks?
Yes, I was last.
Yep.
This was actually relatively easy.
Right.
One of the best meals we've had was the last time we came over on City Walk.
I know where you're
I think we were in there for about 2 hours, all said and done.
We being the operative word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cowfish.
Yeah.
No, antojitos.
Yeah.
I love Mexican food. That night in there
amazing.
was fantastic, and I wouldn't have wanted to spend it with anyone more than the people I got to spend it with that night, and it was just a fantastic.
I thought it'd be cool if Chris was there, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, man. What's
Yeah,
going on?
true.
Sorry, Chris,
Yes.
you know what I mean. I didn't know the hell you were at the time. In fairness,
It might have been there, you don't know.
Very true.
yeah, I love Mexican food, and the Mexican food we get over here is crap.
Yep.
I love antojitos, and I want to experience it more. The
And-
problem was it gave me the...
It's Mexican food.
Oversharing.
Yeah,
And-
but the worst thing was that was the day before we did the kitchen challenge, so I was on the pot till like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then was doing the kitchen challenge the next day. It didn't help.
Yeah, whatever. But I like the fact that they have the live mariachi band.
Yes,
although I would like
I
to
love a
see them come
mariachi
out a bit
band.
more than as briefly as they did. But yes, that was a really good night.
Potentially next time we go, I may be taking part in some alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
What's that got to do with the mariachi band?
Nout.
Oh, okay,
Why should it have
I
to
don't
do
know.
anything with a mariachi band?
that's the last thing said.
I might enjoy it more, you never know.
I think so.
Darren, where are you going for dinner?
Well, this one was a very hard choice for me, I will say.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking of the chocolate almond bread at Toothsome's, an old fashioned, yeah, definitely. And then I was also thinking of antojitos and those burritos that they have there, the pulled pork one. Oh, it's so good.
The burrito revolucionario, I do believe it's called.
I was, yes, and I was thinking of the good times that I've had at Cowfish.
Oh, you weren't kidding there. You have had some good times there.
Yes, I have had a couple of good times there. So one bad time, two good times, actually. So,
It's just
you know, I was thinking of all that, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going back to the hotel, and I'm doing the kitchen challenge.
Oh no! Twice you've had chance to do it, Darren, and now you decide you're doing it when you're not actually.
I have
gonna
a
do it.
room. I have a room at that hotel now.
He ordered the kitchen
I'm
challenge
gonna
to
do
his
it.
room.
I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to roll right on up to my room.
Yeah,
That's why they've got the kids area to the side with the beanbags in it. Tracy used it.
I did. I did. I just literally flopped. I was so surprised that thing didn't actually pop.
Right. I have
Yeah,
a
I'm sure they
question.
get a luggage cart for me, and you know,
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah, you can pay them to take up it. I have a question for our newest member.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, if you'd have been part of the team in 2015, would you have joined in the kitchen challenge attempt?
I'm not gonna lie. If I would have done it, it would have been for the novelty of it.
Oh,
'Cause
absolutely.
Of course, I don't
could
think we
tell you I
honestly
would not
believed we were
finish
going to.
that.
Yeah, there's no way we thought we were going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to suffer that night, sure, I would do it.
See, the first time we did it, it was just running out of time that stopped me,
And I felt all right.
And I came out afterwards, and about 20 minutes later, I was going, "Is it wrong? I'm hungry." And then this time, I didn't want to eat for about a week afterwards. I actually felt ill.
If
I
you-
had meat sweats. I had a headache.
If you go back and
Oh.
listen to
I wasn't well.
the commentary that Darren was doing when he came over to me at the end, oh my God, it sounded like I was about to die, and I felt like I was about to die.
Yeah,
I felt
those were
awful.
fun times.
Yeah, you see, I don't even eat that much at a time. Like I'll eat throughout the day a lot, but so when I think of the challenge, I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna get close to that. But
I really just want the cake. I mean, and probably won't eat the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Sure, probably not, but you know,
There's probably enough cake there to share between 4 people.
probably. But
Yeah,
there
yeah.
could also be enough cake for one person.
There could be, you're right.
Oh wait, I forgot this is after the 180 octane. Oh.
yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Chris, why don't you tell me your dinner choice?
well, this was a hard decision as well.
Yes.
But I'm eating my leftovers from the breakfast on the bus ride.
That's going to be a
So
standing
much,
joke now,
I
isn't it?
wanted to eat it again.
Half a churro. From the park.
Yeah.
A stolen
So-
handful of those candy pull things that they have in the studio sweet stores.
So one of the things I was thinking, I'm like, you know, what would be like a nice ender, right? I already went to Toothsome's, which we've had dinner there too. That's great. But I wanted like a nice steak.
Ooh.
And one of the restaurants we haven't been to, which we wanted to go to, was Amatista's
Yes.
Ah.
over in Sapphire. But while I was doing a little research, I found a restaurant that I really didn't even know was there, because I've never stayed at this resort. But I would go to the Palm.
Oh,
And
yes. At the Royal
Money is no
Pacific.
object.
Yeah.
So I was gonna get me the what's I gonna get? I was gonna get there's like a steak for two, a 36-ounce New York strip.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I'm like, you know what? I won't do that. I was just gonna get me a nice fillet,
Uh-huh.
9-ounce fillet. and some 3 cheese potato au gratin, and some truffle fries, and yeah, have a good steak dinner.
Sounds good.
The palm
Yeah.
looks very
Too posh for
posh.
us.
It does, yes. I think it's quite expensive. I know money's no object, but yeah, it looks like the type of place that Tracy and I'd walk in our theme park attire and everyone go, get out.
Yeah, the steak alone was $50 with
Whoa.
no sides. So
Like the contemporary, you mean?
Yeah, like in the contemporary, when we went up to the California Grill and they just went, excuse me. I went, I think we lost. And he went, I can tell. Seriously,
don't
that
serve
actually
your-
happened.
And we would just look to make a reservation. And I was just like, yep, you can shove that up your arse. Yay. Disney. Woo! Anyway. Yeah, I've got to admit, though, the menu at the Palm looks really good. I have been perusing all the menus in depth.
I think the hotel restaurants, a lot of people don't really know about them. I bet the average guest who goes to Universal Orlando probably doesn't even know there's restaurants in the hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also headed in that direction, over to the Royal Pacific. I'm spending $63. But I'm not eating inside. I don't think. Because I'm going to the Wonderland Luau, which is an all-you-can-eat buffet and all-you-can-drink buffet. And that's where I'm going.
This is for dinner?
This is for dinner.
Okay, this is going to make the next section interesting.
So, no, it's not. So I'm going there. It's dinner, it's a show.
It's a dinner show.
What can I say? It's something I've always wanted to do as a luau.
I know you have.
But hey, luau, Mardi Gras, anyway. So yes.
If money was no object, I'd take you to both of them, but it is. So what?
I could pull the old, if you loved me.
Oh.
Yep, exactly. See?
the softer side of Lee.
I'm not going into
Yeah.
debt for no bugger.
Love you too.
It's got nothing to do with love.
Right, so we've ridden rides, we've eaten all day. Parks are now officially closed. What are we entertaining ourselves with after hours? Lee, hey, wait for the big surprise.
This was a tough one, actually, because 2 of the best nights I've ever spent at Universal, one was inside the parks and one was outside of the parks.
Ah, yes.
Just dossing around City Walk, playing mini golf, eating Dippin' Dots, bumming around on the water taxis. It's
That was an excellent night.
just a really good time. Again, like I said earlier, just being able to hang out in City Walk, not feeling like you're coming out at the parks to eat your lunch and then get back in the parks, just to enjoy City Walk for what it is something a lot of people don't do, and I think it is an overlooked part of the resort. But
Yeah.
I think the best night I have had ever, not just at the parks, was the RIP tour we did for Halloween Horror Nights 25. Was just a phenomenal sort of 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
That how could you not want to finish up your perfect day with an RIP tour at Halloween Horror Nights? It would be Halloween Horror Nights 25 very specifically. But any year, I couldn't think of anything else that I'd rather do.
Awesome. Well, I'll be right alongside with you because after all my complaint, I probably should be saying Mardi Gras, but yeah, RIP tour, Halloween Horror Nights. It was just, as you say, it was phenomenal. Great group of people.
Just phenomenal.
So much fun. I think I would take a bit more time to actually eat some of the food and drink some of the drinks and what have you. But yeah, I'll be doing an RIP tour again. So, Chris, what would you do?
So wrapping up the night, I just kept on thinking about food and drinks. I would head over to Strongwater Tavern, as we have done multiple times at Sapphire Falls. I would have me some really good drinks, some good cocktails there, and then if I still have energy left inside me, I'd probably go over to City Walk and hang out at the Bob Marley restaurant club over there, and just kind of listen to some reggae music till they close down, and then go back to my room. I like reggae music a lot, and I really enjoy seeing live bands perform it. So
Cool.
Awesome, very interesting. It's very different.
Yeah,
yeah,
consider that. Darren, what would you do?
All right. Well, I'm going back to Fat Tuesdays.
Drinking
A
them
couple more
dry.
of those. And then I'm going to, for the first time ever, I'm going to go to Rising Star Karaoke.
Hey!
Hey.
I thought that would be fun for an
Wait, are you
evening.
performing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
after all those 180 octanes. Yeah, definitely. Don't know what I mean, I might have to bust
Interesting.
out Bombs Over Baghdad by Outkast. I mean,
Very interesting.
yeah.
Your wish is granted, my good man.
Yes. In about 14 months'
I'll buy
time.
you a couple.
Yeah. And another cool thing I've heard is that a lot of the actors from Universal like to hang out there after work. So,
Oh, Darren's booking for a job.
yeah. Well, no, just, the really talented singers and stuff. It'd be cool to go to a karaoke place where everybody's like awesome at it.
What, and then and then we get up.
And then I get up. Woo! I really like it.
Darren just doing everything in the style of Slipknot.
It's when he gets up there, he's got the big beard and everything, and he's got this beautiful falsetto.
Yeah, exactly. Very surprised.
Done.
Is that Freddie Mercury? What?
No, it is. So I would, if I'm not a particularly outgoing person, I have done karaoke.
I like karaoke.
I
don't
do
know if I've got
enjoy
them.
singing, but I don't know whether I could
Yeah,
do
we
it in
hear
a karaoke club.
Oh, a couple
But
of
if I
drinks down the
could,
net.
I
You
think it
start
would be a
off-
lot of
but
fun.
The thing is, you get a few of you together. Easy win
Yeah.
that way.
It's the more people you have in your group, the more fun it is for sure.
Absolutely.
I also think you're going to need some liquid courage. That
Yeah.
At least for me, that's, I'm outgoing, but I don't like jumping in front of a stage and singing.
I think that needs to be part of the UUOP meetup next year.
Well,
Funny
it's funny you
say
should mention that, Darren, because
It's
it
already been discussed.
has been talked about.
Jesus.
The thing is,
It'll have to be Friday night.
the thing is, for me though, I'm over there and I just get this what the hell attitude. It's like I'm never going to see these people again. If I give them something to laugh at, I really don't care.
Yeah, but
Brilliant.
these are your potential listeners. They're like, oh Jesus, is this what? I'm not listening to that anymore.
Yeah. If they've already listened to us, they know exactly what
That's
I'm like.
fair enough. True.
So right, quick recap then. So if we just, I'll start. So so I'm going to stay in Cabana Bay with a volcano view. My breakfast is at Voodoo Donut. I am riding Men in Black and the Mummy, and then I'm having a jack-o'-lantern. Then I'm going to Fast Food Boulevard, followed by Forbidden Journey, Rain Kong, and the Lazy River in Volcano Bay. Then I'm having a big fat milkshake. God, I'm feeling sick already.
That's just making me hungry.
Then I'm going to the Luau at Royal Pacific, and then I'm Halloween horror nighting.
You see, that's where your RIP
So-
tour doesn't work. Because if you're going to the luau, which takes place till about 8 o'clock, your RIP tour starts at 6.
No, money's no object. I'll get one of them to either start early or the other one to delay.
Okay, fair
It's
enough.
fine.
Just buy it out and show
I was
up at
gonna
8,
say,
like
I'm-
whatever.
I'm buying the place out. Money's no object.
I don't think she quite
On
meant
top of that, how
I
many
don't
times
care.
do we keep going through the houses at the end?
Exactly.
We had a couple hours of extra time. So.
Exactly. You know. So Darren, what's your rundown then?
So club level suite at Hard Rock. Then we're gonna go to the kitchen for the brunch, and then for the rides, the rides were Mummy and then the Hulk.
Yeah.
And then what was actually snack? Snack was pizza fries,
Yes,
wasn't the
yeah.
DeLorean, right? And then we are going to
Fast Food Boulevard.
Yeah, you share a table
fast
with
food
me.
Boulevard
Yeah.
for lunch. Yes, then we're gonna have a burger and chicken. And then the next 3 rides were Transformers, Kong, Men in Black, and then afternoon snack is a drink at Fat Tuesdays. And then we're going to the kitchen for the kitchen challenge, and then we're coming back out
Darren.
drinking more, and then we're doing some karaoke.
That sounds like an awesome day. I'll scrap man. I'm doing Darren's day.
Chris, give me your rundown.
All right. I am staying at Universal Orlando's most upscale resort, the Portofino. And then while I leave my room, I'm getting on public transportation to eat a cold sandwich for breakfast from Cabana Bay.
Uh-huh.
When I get to the parks, I am riding Rip Ride Rocket and Dr. Doom's Fearfall to get some adrenaline pumping.
God,
And
this is so
then
sad.
as a snack, I am going over to Finnegan's to have a rum neuralizer, followed by some lunch at Toothsome's.
Uh-huh.
And then I am going on The Mummy, Men in Black, and cooling off at E.T. And then for the snack at nighttime, we're doing pizza fries.
Mhm.
Then going to dinner at the Palm to have a nice filet. And then wrapping up the entire night, going over to Strong Water at Sapphire Falls, having some cocktails, and going to Bob Marley's tribute.
Chris is
Cool.
hammered by the end of the night, put it that way.
Probably by midday, but
Yeah.
at nighttime too.
Lee?
I am staying at the Royal Pacific Resort. I will be having my breakfast, enjoying the ambience of Port of Entry, sitting outside the Croissant Moon Bakery. My 2 rides in the morning are Forbidden Journey and Poseidon's Fury, and I will be then stopping for a hot butterbeer in Hogsmeade. I'll be sitting at the window side in Mythos for my lunch, and then riding Rip Ride Rocket, Men in Black and Transformers in the afternoon, followed by a butterbeer ice cream. We'll be having a big family meal in Antojitos, followed by an RIP tour at Halloween Horror Nights.
Ah, excellent. And just to throw one in, just to throw you all off because you weren't expecting this one, you can buy one souvenir. What is it?
Money's no object, remember,
Money's
guys.
no object.
Oh, let me get that wizard robe.
Something
kidding.
inside the prop shop. The most
Chris beat me
expensive
to
thing
it.
I can
Yeah.
find.
Something that is quite prominent from an attraction that is no longer at Universal.
Oh.
That's bloody expensive.
Like one of the big robots from Terminator.
That would be cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to go for a lanyard with a pin of everything I've done that day.
Now, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, can you get a voodoo donut pin?
I don't know.
I want a voodoo doll pin.
You could pin a voodoo donut.
Well, I could. It comes with its own little stabby thing.
Ah, crunchy.
Yeah.
It'd be crunchy for starters, and then it'd go soggy.
You know how much I like my pins. Because
Not
they
so
are, it's
happy
like
with
magnets.
my robe anymore, but
The little-
well,
The robe's pretty cool.
at least I'm drunk. Yeah.
You mean you wouldn't go along those Christmas
Put bedsheet
ornaments
Oh.
from Zeus Landing?
No, no. Because I bought the ones I want. The rest are all bong-eyed.
No, the big. they have
Oh,
those big
you mean the
display
scenes?
cases in
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mulberry Street.
Yeah, stuff the... yeah, I'm having a whole street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having
They're
Mulberry
cool.
Street. Yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, stuff the pins.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, I'm having a whole Zeus Landing.
Trying to think what's in the Wizarding World now that's mega expensive that I'd want. Can't think of anything. Something from the prop shop, definitely.
A vanishing closet.
A real one.
the dragon from Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
Money's no object, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, that's quite interesting. There was a couple of overlaps, but nothing.
Rides-wise, you were always going to get
Yeah.
a bit of overlap, but not a lot else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
was
kind of interesting.
That was quite cool. So I hope you all enjoy your days and don't die. So, I think a couple of us could easily.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted after all of that.
Yeah, me too.
That's good. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So I
Everybody
guess
should let us
we'll-
know what they want to do.
Yes. Yeah. So Facebook page, or if you're a bit shy, podcast@uyourpodcast.com. Send us your rundown. We can share them and
That could be
Yeah.
quite interesting.
let us know what you agree with and disagree with ours. Because I'm sure there's plenty of people going, "No, you're not going to do that."
Did anybody
Lee
have
said-
Spider-Man on their lists?
Nope.
Spider-Man.
I think we might get some stick for that.
I weighed it up.
Most
Toss
people
up a
agree
fat
is
truck.
still the greatest theme park attraction in the world. Well, maybe. Apparently, someone who will be listening to this told me that Flights of Passage is apparently the best theme park attraction in the world right now, but
Well, we'll find out at some point.
maybe.
So, right, so we will wrap up episode 314 of our perfect days. So, yep, we shall see you next time.
Actually, I'm going to put
Oh,
it out
okay.
there
That's
quickly.
good, huh?
Darren will be staying at Aventura very shortly, so if you have any questions that
Go
you
look
want
at
to
his
throw
hotel
at
room door,
Darren
its number.
when he does his review about the hotel, shoot us them over at podcast@uopodcast.com. So we're going to do a full review show
Yes.
in a couple of weeks.
Looking forward to it. Not as much as Darren is, but awesome.
Very much so.
Right. Any more interruptions?
No.
No. Okay. Good boy. Okay. So that's going to do it for episode 314. Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed it. We really enjoyed doing this. So, for Lee, Darren, Chris, and myself, good night.
Cut, print. That's a wrap for another episode of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Never miss a show by subscribing on Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review while you're there. Not an Apple user? You can listen on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, or your podcatcher of choice. Email us any questions or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. Keep up with the latest news, rumors, and updates on our blog at uuopodcast.com. Thanks for listening. See you next week.